I had bought a 180 watt PERC solar panel along with 65 ampere hour sealed maintenance free battery and solar charge controller and set up a DIY power supply for ham radio. The battery was not getting charged well. Of course, it is rainy season with dark clouds seen very often in the sky. Discuss with my friends on amateur radio 40-meter band and also on X, Twitter. Decided to check why charging is not as much as I had expected. This is the battery state of charge and charging indicators on solar charge controller. The yellow color is indicating that the battery voltage is not full. The green blinking solar icon indicates that charging is going on. As my friends had suggested, check the battery voltage after disconnecting the solar panel from the charge controller. That is 11.54. That is below normal. I disconnected the solar panels from the charge controller and checked the voltage. It is 19.18. So the voltage coming from the solar panel seems to be adequate. Here I am going to check the change in voltage when a bulb, that is an indicator bulb from a car, that is 12 volt bulb, is connected across the load, that is solar panel terminals. You can see that it has dropped very much, less than a volt. So that means there is some resistance in the circuit, that's what I presume, which is preventing adequate current flow even though the voltage was good. Moreover, the light did not light up. This is something which is unconventional, which I did later. I removed the solar MC4 connectors and spliced the cables, connected them directly by twisting them in my old method. It is not the recommended method. Then for waterproofing, I used silicone tape which was tightly applied over the junction, and I hope that it will be waterproof like the MC4 connector. Securing the connections from the solar panel in a better way, which I thought, came back and checked the charging current. To start with, it was 6.48. This was by connecting the multimeter in 10 ampere range in series with the battery and the solar charge controller circuit. And I thought the current is gradually increasing. You can see the readings going up slowly. At least I was happy that a good charging current is being delivered to the battery, and I can hope that see, it is 7.18 now. It is gradually increasing. Maybe some internal resistance of the battery is falling as the initial charge is going on. It has reached 7.32. I never tested this like that, so I don't know what is the normal. Anyway, battery was fairly drained, and after some time it started coming down. Another possibility is that clouds might be covering the sun and then voltage might be dropping. All possibilities are there. I do not know. 4.6, it had come down even that much, 3.62. I was finding it interesting to monitor the charging current. 3.8, 3.9, 3.21. I was watching how much it will dip. I think the dip is over. It is starting to rise. So most probably is that sunlight has appeared. See, 7.18, 6.8. There is some fluctuation. Anyway, the most probable reason which I can think of is sunlight. That is, being rainy season, sun can be easily covered by clouds. Anyway, I am happy that some sort of repair has been done. I remember that the initial battery voltage was 11.54 and now it is 11.82. So some charging is occurring. You may wonder why I spliced off these solar MC4 connectors. Simple reason is that I could not separate them. Secondly, I thought that due to my DIY crimping, the connectors could have some loose contact inside, which would have caused low current delivery to the solar charge controller and to the battery. I was using this solar spanner, but somehow it didn't work out. Maybe two reasons: due to lack of experience using this. Second is, this is not exactly the one which is needed for that particular connector. I think there are two types of connectors for solar panels, but I had checked online and found this and bought it. Maybe I'll have to ask some of the solar panel experts in the locality. As a disclaimer, I would like to remind you that this is not the ideal way to deal with a solar panel, because I am taking it on my own interest, taking the risk, because whenever you do DIY experiments on solar panels and batteries, warranty coverage may be lost. So if you are going to try it out on your own, be aware that you may not get warranty for the battery or solar panel. But for me, these are small solar panels, and I want to learn something from it by experimenting. That is the spirit of amateur radio.